Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you can't tell, I'm talking pretty fast, and if you also can't tell, I'm sick. But I tried recording this video before, and the file got corrupted, and I gotta go like now. So I'm gonna be speedrunning this video in under 10 minutes. So I will only be providing. Yeah, I'm the country guy. I probably won't be providing explanations for this video. I'll only provide explanations for some characters, maybe. But all I want you to know is, trust me, I'm one of the strongest players in the game, and hopefully that's enough to gain your trust, you know? Because I feel like since I've tested literally pretty much all of these characters right here with Divine Trait, you can trust me if I know how strong they are. Also, the unknown category is just a bunch of characters that no one knows about. But yeah, speedrun time. Aizen, B tier. Boros, S tier. Ichigo Final, S tier. Kaido, I'm gonna move him down to A tier. Feel like he just doesn't deserve S tier anymore. Makima, A tier. Muichiro, S tier. Odin, S tier. This feels wrong speedrunning this fast. I will explain Odin though. Odin's 2 is stronger than most characters' 4. Plus, a lot of his moves just reset his 2, which allows you to use it even more. Ryuga, B tier. Shadow Monarch Awaken was pretty good when it came out, but it got outclassed really fast because Odin and Boros came out, plus Madoka came out with a buff. Shadow Monarch, right, you know, a tad under, you know, just a slight tad under Awakened Shadow Monarch. Tatsumaki. Actually, I'm gonna put Tatsumaki above normal Shadow Monarch. Yor doesn't deserve S tier anymore. Crystal Saber, a lot of people know how she works, but I'll still explain her, and I'll explain it really fast. If you want a more in-depth explanation, go to one of my other tier lists. But basically, her pet XP gain is insane, which means the better the pet you have, the better she is. So the scaling will go, if you have Tundra pet, she is about as strong as, like, maybe Awakened Shadow Monarch. But if you have Divine Pet, she is the strongest character in the game. By a pretty decent amount, too. But since most people don't have Divine Pet, I'll put her right here. But if you do have Divine Pet, then she'd be right here. So there we go. Minimum's basically the same thing as Christmas Altar, but on a on a less extreme level. Good XP gain, but still a lot less damage and way slower in dimensions. Because if you didn't know, Christmas Saber is almost as fast as Shadow Monarch in dimensions. But Minimum is extremely slow in dimensions, so A tier. Nezuko, B tier. Broly, E tier. Gilgamesh, E tier. Kokushibo, B tier. Esper, A tier. Garo Unawakened, A tier. Garo Awakened, A tier. Deku, probably gonna put him A tier. Demon Rimuru, F tier. Chainsaw Man, C tier. Dio, he got a secret buff, so a lot of people don't know how strong he is. But now he is as strong as Shadow Monarch Awakened. Plus, he's extremely fast in dimensions. He's basically the same thing as Tatsumaki. Combat Titan E tier, or not E tier, C tier. Asda C tier, Awaken, I guess I'll put her in B tier. Goku A tier. Ichigo A tier. Infinite Gojo C tier. Jotaro, we thought he was the same strength as Dio until we learned that Dio got a secret buff. S tier. Just to let you know, next tier list I'm gonna be way more harsh on the characters. So most of the characters in the S tier are gonna be in A tier, and most of the characters in A tier are gonna be in B tier. Levi Unawakened right there. Levi Awakened right here. Gear 5 Unawakened right here. Awakened A tier. Madoka Unawakened. Unawakened, I would say she is right under Awakened Shadow Monarch. Actually, I would still say she's better than Awakened Shadow Monarch. But Awakened, she is the best character in the game. She does the same thing, maybe a little bit less than Odin. Well, not the same thing, but the same amount of damage. Maybe a little bit less. But she also has a meta assist. And you could argue and say, Jimmy, but you don't count assists in your tier list. And you're completely right. You're so right. But kill your Mitsuri. No one really cares. If only she didn't get nerfed. Naruto, Naruto Beast, or as a lot of people like to say, Naruto Beats. Naruto 6 Pass, D tier. Obito, A tier. Rengoku, E tier. Awaken Rengoku, D tier. If you made it into oh Jesus Christ. If you made it this far into the video, comment capture in the comments. So anyways, Shanks oh jeez, right under just right, you know, like, just right under the shadow of Cursed Sage. Why did I say Cursed Sage? Obito. Tundra, why does it keep doing that? I keep trying to move the character and it'll just select all of these fellers, all of the tiers. Tundra, say it again. Tundra right here. Tengen right here. Which Megaman after testing, she's like right here. Yurichi Unawakened is right here. I don't know why I keep saying right here instead of the tier. And Yurichi Awakened is A tier. I don't know why I Bakugo here. Primordial B tier. Gojo B tier. A lot of people will be mad that he is, Gojo gem character above Gojo raid character. It's a little bit weird, but let me tell you a story of the ages. Gojo is a pretty strong raid character, but Gojo is pretty a little bit speedy in dimensions. But Gojo is just like it's not overall better, but he's really useful for one category. But Gojo is just not that useful for either category, dimensions or raid. So he's overall less useful. Anyways, Berry right here. Power right here. Rimmer. Most overrated gem character ever. People were saying he's better than like most characters. A lot of people were saying this fella right here was better than like Primordial. Let me tell you how bad he is. So, if he were to have Celestial trait, how strong do you think he'd be compared to characters without Celestial trait? Well, he would be, with Celestial trait, he would be weaker than Power, but Power wouldn't have any trait. That's how weak this feller is. But he's pretty, he's pretty speedy boy in dimensions. I genuinely don't know how good Yamato is, though. Shadow characters are pretty silly. I'm just gonna go ahead and let's actually just have a moment of silence. All right, three, two, one. All right, now that I have just kind of put most of them into random spots, I'll go ahead and break the silence because it's getting a little bit silly. I haven't even been precisely checking out their spots. I've literally just been putting them lower than the normal characters. 'Cause if you didn't know, shadow characters are 20% worse than their normal characters. Plus, you can't awaken those characters. Like, if you got Shadow Naruto Beast, you couldn't awaken him into Awaken Shadow Naruto Beast. But next up, we got Asta, which is the most... Well, another really underrated... Did I say speed is underrated? I didn't say overrated. Anyways, Asta's really underrated because, on my stream, I said, yo, he's terrible. And everybody's like, oh, he's terrible then. But that's before I tested him. So I don't know. He just looked terrible though, to be honest. His moves looked like they didn't do too much damage. They didn't look like they had good AoE. But it turns out his moves are pretty similar to Odin's. He's way better than I actually thought he would be. His one has more AoE than I thought it would, and it just packs in damage. His 2 has pretty much the same damage as Odin's 2, although it does work pretty weird. Once you get used to it, it's pretty good. His 3 allows you to move while it does stuff, which is pretty nice. It's kind of like Odin's ability. His 4 is just plain weird, though. It does make your moves do double the damage for like 10 seconds, though, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna put him slightly above Jotaro because he is faster than Jotaro in dimensions. I'm pretty sure at least. Pretty similar in that category. And he does do more than Jotaro in Raid. But they're extremely similar. I would try and get both though, just for the stat points. But yeah, that's the new tier list. Just the same thing I do every time there's an update, but I add one or two extra characters or change around some characters' rankings because they either get buffed or nerfed. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. where I buy a sledgehammer and just start destroying my room and say, I'm about to be I just won the lottery. I'm breaking everything. I'm a billionaire. I can do whatever I want now. I just got about 500 times what the average American makes in their entire lifespan for free. All right. Goodbye.